In the sterile underworld of the facility, shadows cling like suspicion. Carter Reed is new, his security badge a heavy weight, heavier only than the warning from Chief Voss. "Cell 9 is off limits," she'd whispered, her voice a low hum of danger. "The specimen, she's a walking death sentence. Don't feed her, don't talk to her, and whatever you do, don't look her in the eyes." But in places like this, warnings are invitations. 3 weeks in, Carter finds himself drawn to the reinforced panel. He invents reasons inventory, perimeter sweeps, just to catch a glimpse. Inside, the cell is a cage built for a titan, yet she makes it look small. 11 feet tall, shoulders that could fill a doorway. The guards call her the Beast. Today, she is still. Carter checks the vitals. Heart rate plummeting, temperature dropping. It's not an oversight. He sees the truth in the cold calculations of the logs, hears it in the cruel jokes of the mess hall. They are starving her. Deliberately, it is the casual, systemic cruelty that moves him. He turns, not thinking, just acting, back to the mess hall. A tray of protein stew, synthetic bread, water, a violation of every protocol. "What the hell are you doing, Reed?" Peterson, another guard, stops him. "Are you insane? That thing is dying for a reason. It's a study." "I'll take my chances," Carter says, his voice even. He kneels at the feeding slot. The corridor is silent, a theater of mockery. He pushes the tray through, his hands exposed. A shadow falls. A rush of air, then a touch dot. It is the lightest brush of blue fingers, massive, scarred, and trembling. She takes the tray. Carter waits. When he reaches back, she presses something into his palm. A piece of the synthetic bread, torn into a 5-pointed star. A message, a beginning dot. The visits become a ritual. "Got a soft spot for monsters, Reed." Technician Mercer smirks. "She's chosen you." They pick one, and they never let go. Carter ignores the whispers, bringing small gifts: a spent pen, a button. He finally meets her gaze, not the eyes of a beast, but luminous, vertical-pupiled amber. A jolt of recognition, ancient and deep. She mimics his posture, learning him, handling the human-sized tray with impossible delicacy. But kindness is an anomaly here, and anomalies attract attention. Lieutenant Harlow watches from the monitoring station. Harlow, who has clawed for every scrap of recognition, sees Carter's quiet defiance as a personal insult. He sees the whispers, the interest from Voss, and it breeds a cold, sharp jealousy. If protocol won't stop Reed, Harlow will. Voss calls Carter in. "The higher-ups are nervous," she warns. Harlow has submitted a formal report, detailed, obsessive. "Watch your back." That night, Carter returns to Cell 9. The gifts he's brought her are arranged on the floor. It is a map, a perfect schematic of the facility, and in the corner, a twisted piece of officer's fabric, a watching figure. She knows about Harlow. She is warning him. His routine is broken by a supply delivery. When he finally passes the high containment wing, he hears it. Cruel laughter. Guards Wallace and Diaz are tormenting her, dangling food just out of reach. "Beg for it, freak," before Carter or the arriving night supervisor, Park, can fully intervene. The world breaks. A low growl vibrates the walls. An impact a second. The third impact tears the reinforced door from its hinges. She emerges 11 feet of indigo rage, restraints shattered. She seizes Wallace, lifting him effortlessly. Park fires his weapon. The pulse round doesn't even make her flinch. In the chaos, Carter steps forward. "This isn't you." Her blazing amber eyes lock onto his. The rage flickers, replaced by recognition. Slowly, her grip loosens. Wallace drops, gasping. She staggers back, confused, ashamed, and retreats into her cell, kneeling in submission. The Security Council is a trial. Termination is the only option, Warden Kell declares. She reacted to provocation. Carter argues. She could have killed all of us. She chose not to. He's compromised. Harlow snarls, his hatred barely veiled. He has an unhealthy attachment. Kell smiles, a cold, predatory expression. "You seemed confident, Reed. Let's test your theory. We'll lock you in with it. No weapons. If you're right, I'll reconsider. If you're wrong, the problem solves itself. It's an execution." "I accept," Carter says. A door hisses shut. Carter is alone with her. He sits, cross-legged. "I'm Carter." She watches him, her massive form still chained. When the single food tray arrives, she pushes it toward him. An offering. Carter stares, the realization hitting him. She thinks he is the one being punished, and she is sharing her starvation rations. He takes a piece of bread, then pushes it back. Together, she breaks the rest in half. They eat in silence. From the observation room, Harlow watches in disgust. He's manipulating it. Kel, unmoved, dismisses the fuming lieutenant. That days pass. They share the meager food. When the water stops, she rips a pipe from the wall, cupping the trickling water in her massive hands for him to drink. On the 5th day, Carter collapses, burning with fever. She realizes he's dying. The medical staff outside watch, but do not enter. Kel's orders. She makes her choice. She tears the new door apart. Alarms shriek. She gathers Carter's limp form, shielding him like a priceless, fragile thing. She moves, not to escape, but toward the medical bay. She breaches 5 security levels, absorbing 17 stun rounds, enduring baton strikes that would kill a human. Blue blood drips onto his face. She never falters. She collapses at the medbay threshold, lays him down gently, and speaks. Live then. She raises her hands in surrender. Carter wakes to Voss. She's healing, Voss says, but Kel wants her terminated. And Harlow, he's problematic. That night, Harlow slips into the dark medical bay. It should have killed you, he whispers, fiddling with Carter's IV line. That was the plan. He inserts a device, respiratory depression, cardiac arrest, a standard complication. Carter, weak but alive, yanks the 4 free and lunges. Harlow, surprised, throttles him. This works, too. As Carter's vision tunnels, he grabs a medical tray, cracking it against Harlow's head. Harlow pulls his gun as the doors hiss open. Voss is there. Lower your weapon, Lieutenant. He's compromised. Harlow yells as he's arrested. That thing is changing him. The only one compromised here, Voss says, is you. Later, Carter, in a wheelchair, faces her new cell. She is defeated, covered in chains and bruises, and a cruel metal collar. He forces himself to stand, to kneel before her. You're alive, she murmurs. Because of you, they will kill me for it. Why? He asks. You could have escaped. You fed me, she says, her voice resonating with a logic deeper than any human law. When I was starving, now I cannot let you starve. He looks at the collar. He looks at the guards. Deliberately, he reaches out and unfastens the locking mechanism. The heavy restraint comes free. Alarms blare. Weapons charge. She takes the collar from his hands, looks at it, and then she places it back into his palms, folding his fingers around it. The choice is his. Rechain her and be safe, or set her free and face the consequences. Breach in progress. A voice screams, Harlow, he's escaped, initiating the room's purge protocol. 10 seconds to purge. Carter throws the collar into the waste disposal. Together, he says, helping her rip the final restraints free. Go. She pushes him. There is time for you, not without you. The last chain breaks as the purge begins. Carter extends his hand. She takes it, her blue fingers engulfing his, pulling him against her, shielding him with her own body as the facility descends into chaos. You fed me, she says, her voice a low vow. Now you are mine.